G'day. This is a dark episode for mature audiences only. Please, pause and read the disclaimer. If you don't think dark is for you, you won't be missing out. Echo is exactly the same episode. Dark was very hard for me to write, and even harder for me to read. Dark may be hard for you to hear. Season 1, Episode 29, Blank. Previously, he suddenly flings the woman up high above his head like a rag doll, still holding onto her throat. Oh, he is going to throw her at me. Continues. I have to be quick. Everything seems to be moving in slow motion. I quickly move aside so the woman can land on the bed next to me. Wow, that was so close. I am so relieved that she landed mostly on the mattress. Oh no, she is sliding off the side of the bed. I try to hold her here, but she falls onto the floor.
Take your clothes off!
The mangler orders.
All of them!
Is he talking to me or the woman? Probably me. They usually don't let me wear clothes. I take the hospital gown off, fold it neatly and put it on the drawers next to the bed. I try to see the woman's face, but she is facing the other way. I hope she is okay. Her thoughts are unusual, confusing, like Lola's thoughts sometimes. I sit waiting while he removes his clothing carefully, taking his time. I slide backwards on the bed, and when I get to the pillow, I slip under the covers. Oh, so cold. But the covers should soon make me warm. He places a chair behind the closed door with his folded clothing on the seat, then turns towards me. The woman is now moving her hands through her slippery mess on the floor, absent-mindedly. What is that mess? Oh dear. The mangler is looking for my reaction, so I make sure I am blank on the outside and behave as though I don't notice. These adults who hurt people, they all seem to want a reaction to everything they do, so I don't give them one. If they don't get the reactions they want, maybe they'll stop this ridiculous behaviour. I look him right in the eyes and ask, why am I in hospital? Why do you want to hurt us? Isn't a hospital supposed to be where people recover from injury? Yes, I'm sure it is. I remember another hospital. They help people there. I continue, this isn't a place to hurt people. This is a place to help people. Maybe you're in the wrong building. He orders the woman to stand, but she is absent, unable to register his words. She is wiping blood and muck everywhere, looking at the streaks it makes. He lifts her by the throat and leg and throws her to the other side of the room. She offers no acknowledgement of anything happening to her. She just sits on the floor, smearing fresh blood backwards and forwards with her fingers. What has happened to her? It's like she's losing control of her body, and it just instinctively does things. Oh, how can I help her? I want to help you. Tell me how to help you. I'm sure I can. I just don't remember how. Elif? Is that your name? Please, I know you think that no one cares about you, Elif, but I care.
And I care too. Elif's emotions and absence are so familiar. I have felt this many times before. She is undoubtedly part of an unnatural batch, a group of people that are designed and grown from the same source or sources. Mangler does not consider them to be people.
The mangler watched for my reaction, but I am good at giving no outward reaction. I remain blank, even though on the inside I am crying for her. I try to help her in her thoughts. I push aside confusing mechanical thoughts and numerous code words, and suddenly she thinks to me that he is going to kill her, and there is nothing we can do about it. But that it's okay because the real her still lives. Then she is suddenly absent again. Oh dear, what is she talking about? Does she mean that life continues after the body passes away? I don't know what she means by the real her. She seems so confused. He lifts her by the leg and neck again, and throws her across the room directly onto me. Oh, I hurt. I can see that she does too. I can feel his anger increasing as he pulls the covers off, which makes Elif fall on the floor. He yanks me roughly by my leg down the bed, and at the same time he is wrapping his fingers around Elif's throat again. He roughly plops her on the bed beside me. It seems like he wants my face beside hers as he does this. I close my eyes, and he yells that if I don't watch, he will cut my eyelids off. That's silly. The dripping in my eyes would make me unable to see if he did that. I know, because I remember that someone has done that to me before. He periodically loosens his grip on her neck, making her choke and gasp for air. Suddenly he pulls me by the hair and holds it so my face is at her groin, and he rips her knickers off her with his other hand, and then shoves my head into her groin and rubs my head on it. I hold my breath. I can hold my breath for a long time, but eventually gasp for air. He pulls my head back, then shoves his hand, still holding her knickers, inside her front part. She screams in agony, and as she slides up the bed, her head hits the wall hard. Oh, why? Why is he doing this to her? Stop it. It makes no sense. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But he doesn't stop it. It looks like she may fall off the other side of the bed. So, with his hip, he pushes the bed against the cupboard, and she is wedged there, unable to move. His hand is still inside her, and his other hand still holding my head close. He pushed on the back of my head so my face pressed hard on Elif's front as he shoves more of his hand inside her, moving it around violently. She is wailing in a continuous state of excruciating pain. I wish I could do something to help her. This is so shocking. What vapid, abhorrent, disgusting, deplorable behavior. Why would anyone choose to do these things? I can see his thoughts. He has stopped wanting me to feel fear. Oh, and wants me to enjoy this. Oh. He wants me to relish in this activity. Oh. might throw up. No, I can't. I'm not allowed to throw up. 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 He yells.
Good night!
And then grabs a handful of my hair to pull my head back. Oh, making my neck crack. And pulls out a handful of my hair. Oh, that hurt. Why is he still moving his arm inside this woman? Leave her alone. Let her go. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Good night!
He yells again. Good night? Why would he say that? Is he tired? He doesn't seem tired. I innocently ask, are you sleepy? Is it your bedtime? He lifts me up by the arm and drops me in front of her. He tears her clothing open. How awful. He looks for my reaction again, but on the outside I showed mum. He says to me in an angry, demanding voice,
Down the rabbit hole!
I look back at him. I really don't think we would fit down a rabbit hole, I say, but then realise that it is actually code words. He wants my reaction to the code words. I have no reaction. The code words that were in my mind are gone, I think. Well, they're not working anyway. He growls.
Candy girl, come forth! What's your name?
I answer with my name and ask him, what is your name? He puts his face so close to mine. I am breathing his hot breath. Yuck. It makes my stomach turn. I want to vomit, but I can't. He presses his mouth on my lips as he both spits and screams his words at me.
Good night! Down the rabbit hole! Go to sleep! Go to sleep now!
Do you really want me to go to sleep? I ask. Maybe you should have a nap too. He shoves my face down hard on the bed and quickly pulls his hand out of sweet Elif, who has been moaning and gurgling this whole time. She screams in pain again. The sound is unbearable. I want to help her. The mangler's hand is coated. Ew. He leans in at my face, using his messy hand to turn my head to face him. He licks the coating off the back of his hand and spits it in my face. Ew. Why?
Down the rabbit hole!
He loudly sneers. What is down the rabbit hole? I ask. I mean, besides rabbits, of course. He is seething. He grabs my arm so tight and pulls me forcefully, shoving my hand and arm inside Elif. Right up to my elbow. Oh. I think some of my fingers are broken. She is shrieking and vomiting. He pushes my face into her vomit. I can see what he's thinking. He's wanting a reaction. I refuse to give him one. On the outside, I remain blank. This is so hard. Why is he doing this to this precious person? I want to help her. I want to help him. I can't. He's too strong. Now he is yelling that I'm nothing and garbage. I already know what he thinks. This is absolutely horrific, horrendous, disgusting. My face is coated in Elif's vomit. It is dripping in my eyes and smells awful. The Mangler roughly jerks my arm around. I feel my shoulder pop and dislocate. Oh, pain. He suddenly pulls my arm out of her. Oh, I can see that her pain is severe. My shoulder and fingers feel so sore, and my arm is a little numb or heavy. I'm not sure if I can move them. He is so irate. His face red, and his eyes piercing, breathing so heavily as though he is about to scream again. I ask, "Are you okay?" He slapped me across my face, and he's now yelling at me that I'm garbage and nothing again. I think you might be mistaken. I am not garbage or nothing. I am a girl. I respond politely. His anger keeps rising. Why? The Mangler leans over to the small set of drawers beside the hospital bed where I place the hospital gown. He opens the top drawer, pulls a knife from it with a look of expectancy on his face. Ew. Anticipation. The Mangler screams that I'm
The reason she will do.
And is trying to convince me that what he is thinking about doing is my fault. Lies. No. He is so loud. Does he really think that it will be my fault? Does he think that excessive volume will make me think it is true? I don't know, and I don't want to check his thoughts to find out.
Garbage, 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 nothing, 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 garbage, nothing, garbage, nothing.
He screams, spitting everywhere. He screams again. I eventually fall on the floor, and he continues screaming the same words over and over again, while kicking me repeatedly. Does he think that the more noise he makes will make me believe his lies? He grabs me by the hair and tries to lift me onto the bed again, but is left holding a big handful of hair. He grabs my leg instead and plonks me so my face is again close to Elif's groin. He shoves his penis inside Elif and presses the blade into her shoulder. She cries out in pain. He drags the blade down her body, over her breast, stomach, hip. He is slicing her open. Oh, she must be in so much pain. Elif is moaning, but still offers no resistance. He is disappointed that she is not screaming loudly. Why? I wish I could help her, but how? I try to remember how I've helped others. I'm sure I have. How? I wish I could remember. I recall her helping a woman named Delilah. Or was she helping me? I'm not sure. I remember the scientists calling people logs and throwing them in the organic waste bins, ready to be disposed of, as though they were of no value to them anymore. Delilah gets every one of them she can and then takes them to the spare room with the extra in it. If she does it quickly enough, the revives them. She keeps them hidden, sometimes for days, until I can help her. I helped her rescue many of them. If I could just remember how, maybe I could help Elif as well.
This is so hard. Being here with little sweetheart when she concentrates so much on wanting to help someone that she doesn't notice me. I will stay with you, little sweetheart. You are not alone.
Oh, Elif. I wish you weren't in so much pain.